Okay, imagine this. You're dreaming about that big trip, somewhere totally different, maybe even otherworldly. But then, the planning starts.
Right, the research, the logistics, just wading through mountains of info, it can feel overwhelming.
Exactly. How do you just skip the headache and get straight to the amazing, effortless experience you actually want?
Well, that's kind of why we're here doing the deep dive. We take all those sources you've gathered, the articles, notes, whatever, and pull out the stuff that really matters. Turn that info overload into something clear.
And today, we're doing a special deep dive just for you. We're looking at a really interesting travel option, a 15-day Finland tour from Hong Kong, offered by finlandtour-fi.
Yeah, our mission today is basically to unpack this whole thing. We'll look at the day-by-day plan, what they say is included, and maybe more importantly, what's not included.
We want to give you that shortcut so you feel really informed about this specific trip. We'll hit the surprising bits, the practical stuff that makes a difference. Ready to dive into the Arctic without drowning in details.
Let's do it. So, this Arctic dream trip, where do we even start? Like you said, understanding who's running the show is probably step one. So, finlandtour.fi, what are they about?
Good question. What did our research turn up about them?
Okay, so finlandtour.fi looks like it's purely for Arctic tours, right? But if you dig just a little, you find it's actually a subdomain. It belongs to a company called Eurotrail LLC.
Eurotrail LLC.
And they have a DUNS number, which is basically like a global business ID. It's 133617855 for anyone who likes to check these things. It suggests, a registered operational business behind the brand.
That's good to know. Adds a layer of credibility, doesn't it?
What about actual reviews for this specific tour?
Yeah, credibility is key. For this tour specifically, they've got a 4.5 out of 5 rating, but that's based on only 6 reviews.
Only 6, okay.
Yeah, small sample size. They're all positive, though. 3 excellent, 3 very good, no bad ones. But you have to weigh that against their bigger claim of serving 15,000 plus happy travelers in Finland overall. Right, so the 6 reviews are specific to this tour, but the 15,000 suggests wider experience in the region. Could mean they know what they're doing, generally speaking.
Exactly. It points towards experience, even if the feedback on this exact package is limited.
Okay, so let's get down to brass tacks on this trip. The 15-day Finland tour from Hong Kong, what are the basics? Duration, group size, cost.
Right. So it's 14 nights, 15 days total. They list it as a daily tour, which usually implies flexible start dates. Pretty handy for international flight.
Daily tour, okay. And group size.
This was interesting. Unlimited group size.
Unlimited. Wow, that could mean anything from a small group to, well, a lot of people.
Exactly. It's something to consider depending on what kind of experience you prefer. The starting price listed is 7,800 baht.
7,800 starting price, unlimited group size, and how do you actually book and pay? That's always a crucial detail, especially internationally.
Very crucial. So you need to put down a minimum 30% deposit to book it. Then the remaining balance is due 45 days before you leave.
Okay, standard enough so far. Payment methods.
This is the key bit. Right now, it's international bank transfer only in USD or Euro. They specifically say no card payments.
No cards. Why not?
They mention it's because of a 6% payment gateway charge they want to avoid. So booking is via email or WhatsApp, and payment is strictly wire transfer.
Wow, okay. That feels a bit old school in today's world, especially for a big ticket item like this. Means you need to factor in bank fees and transfer times.
Definitely. It suggests they're really focused on keeping costs down, maybe to keep the tour price competitive. But yeah, it's an extra step for the traveler.
Something to be aware of. Okay, let's shift from the practical hurdles to the magic. What's the big idea behind this trip? What are they promising?
The marketing paints it as this unforgettable Nordic escape, really designed for you to discover the magic of the Arctic. It's positioned as a deep dive, not just a quick look.
And it's not just Finland, right? You mentioned cross-border.
Exactly. It hits the big Finnish spots, Helsinki, Rovaniemi, Levi, Saariselka. But then it takes you over to Kirkenes in Norway. That adds a whole different dimension, really broadens the Arctic experience.
That sounds fantastic. So you do Finland and a slice of Arctic Norway, too.
Yeah.
What about the actual doing? What activities are packed in?
Oh, it's loaded with the classics. You've got Northern Lights chasing, of course.
Naturally.
Then husky sledding, reindeer rides, snowmobiling for that adrenaline hit, and something really unique, a king crab safari in Norway.
King crab safari. Okay, that sounds intense. And these aren't just quick photo ops.
Doesn't seem like it. They're presented as proper experiences. Like the snowmobile safari is 2 hours long. It feels like they want you to really immerse yourself.
I like the sound of that. And where do you stay? Just standard hotels?
No, that's another highlight. They emphasize a mix. You get hotels, yes, but also those glass igloos everyone wants to stay in.
The igloos, yes.
And snow hotels plus ski resorts. So it's trying to blend comfort, luxury, and that really authentic Arctic feel. Different ways to experience the environment.
Very cool. Beyond the activities and cool stays, are there specific landmarks or must-do things included?
Yep, big ones. Visit Santa Claus Village in Rovaniemi, meet the man himself, cross the Arctic Circle line.
The quintessential Lapland experience.
Totally. Plus, there's a day cruise over to Tallinn, Estonia. Adds a whole historical cultural angle.
Tallinn. Okay, so Finland, Norway, and a day trip to Estonia. That's quite a package.
It is. And of course, traditional Finnish saunas are part of the deal, too. I had the sauna.
Absolutely essential.
Yeah.
You mentioned it's designed with Hong Kong travelers in mind. What does that practically mean?
The source suggests it implies seamless transfers and guided tours, possibly considering language or pacing needs for that market, making it smooth sailing, basically.
Gotcha. And there was something about a cap.
Oh, yeah. A fun little extra. Booking this tour makes you eligible for the Finnish One cap. A unique souvenir, I guess.
Huh. Nice touch. Okay, let's dive into the day-by-day. This is where we see how it all flows, the balance between action and downtime. We can maybe rate the hectic level low, moderate, high.
Sounds good. It does seem structured to vary the pace.
All right, Ds 1 to 3. Helsinki and that Tallinn trip. How's the start?
Day 1 in Helsinki is definitely low hectic. Arrive, transfer, check in. The rest of the day is yours to explore the city. Nice, gentle start after the flight.
Good. Ease into it. Day 2.
Day 2 bumps up to moderate. It's a half-day trip out to Porvoo, really charming old town. You get a guided walk there, about 90 minutes, then back to Helsinki with free time. Mix of planned and free.
Okay. And day 3 is the big Tallinn day.
Yeah, day 3 is high hectic. You take a 2-hour cruise to Tallinn, then a 2-hour guided walk in the old town. It's a UNESCO site. Free time for lunch, then the cruise back. It's a full, busy day, hopping over to another country.
Right, packing a lot in. Then the tour heads north to Lapland proper. Rovaniemi, days 4 to 6. What's the vibe there?
Day 4, arrival in Rovaniemi is moderate. Airport transfer, hotel check-in, then boom, first Northern Lights hunt in the evening. Straight into the Arctic quest.
Nice. And day 5 sounds like the big Lapland day.
It really is. High hectic level. Santa Claus Village visit, meeting Santa, crossing the Arctic Circle, then a 500-meter husky ride, snowman world entry, lunch included, and finishing with a traditional Finnish sauna. It's packed.
Wow, that covers a lot of the iconic stuff. Day 6 keeps the pace up.
Also high hectic. You do a 2-hour snowmobile safari in the morning, super fun. Then some leisure time in the afternoon, followed by another Northern Lights tour by bus in the evening. Second chance to see the aurora.
Good to have multiple chances for the lights. Okay, after Rovaniemi, it's off to Levi, the ski resort. Days 7 and 8. Does it slow down a bit?
A little. Day 7 is moderate. It's mainly the scenic transfer from Rovaniemi, check-in at Levi, and then, yes, another evening Northern Lights hunt by bus.
They're really trying to maximize aurora chances.
Definitely. But day 8 in Levi is low hectic. It's a full day with entry to the Levi ski resort included. You can ski, do other snow stuff, or just relax and enjoy the resort atmosphere, much more leisurely.
Sounds like a nice change of pace. Then Saariselka, days 9 and 10. This is igloo territory, right?
Exactly. Day 9 is moderate, mostly the transfer to the Saariselka igloo resort. Checking into that glass igloo is the main event. Just imagine lying there watching the sky.
Yeah, incredible. And day 10?
Day 10 is low hectic. You have a magical reindeer sledge safari in the morning. After that, the rest of the day is free. Time to just soak it all in.
Lovely. And then day 11 takes you even further north, Julioka.
Yep, day 11 is moderate. Transfer to Julioka. Check in. It's more remote, serene. The idea seems to be exploring the peaceful surroundings on your own before the final leg.
Okay, and that final leg is Kirkenes, Norway, days 12 and 13, snow hotel and crabs.
Haha, yes. Day 12 is moderate. Transfer to Kirkenes. Check into the famous snow hotel. That's an experience in itself.
Definitely bucket list worthy.
Then day 13 is low hectic. Morning free to enjoy the snow hotel vibe. Then in the afternoon, the big finale. The king crab safari. You actually go out, help catch them, and then taste them.
Wow. Catch and eat king crab.
Wow.
That sounds amazing. What a way to wrap up the northern part. So how does it wind down? Back to Helsinki.
Right. Day 14 is moderate. Scenic transfer to Kirkenes Airport, flight back down to Helsinki, transfer to your hotel, then some free time. Brings you back to the start almost.
Full circle. And day 15 is just departure.
Pretty much. Low hectic. Final breakfast, check out, transfer to Helsinki Airport for your flight home. all wrapped up.
Okay, that is a seriously comprehensive itinerary. It covers so much ground. Now, the crucial part for anyone considering this, the 7,800 price tag. What exactly does that get you? Let's break down the inclusions.
Absolutely vital. Knowing what's covered versus what's extra is key to budgeting properly.
Let's start with where you sleep. Accommodation.
Okay, accommodation is pretty well covered. You get 3 nights in Helsinki, 3 in Rovaniemi, 2 in Levi, 2 nights in that glass igloo near Saariselka, 1 night in Jylioka, and 2 nights in the Kirkenes Snow Hotel. It covers that whole diverse range we talked about.
So all 14 nights are included. What about food? Meals?
You get breakfast every day at the hotels. That's consistent. Lunch is specifically included on that busy Santa Claus Village day, and meals are also covered during the Tallinn Day cruise.
Okay, so daily breakfast plus a couple of lunches, cruise meals. Other meals are on your own dime.
Mostly, yeah. Dinners and most lunches aren't included.
Got it. How about getting around all those transfers, the flight? That must add up if not included.
Big relief, here they are included. All the airport transfers, Helsinki, Rovaniemi, Kirkenes. The domestic flight from Helsinki up to Rovaniemi is also in the package.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah. And all the transfers between the cities, Rovaniemi to Levi, Levi to Saariselka, and so on, all the way to Kirkenes. Basically, once you land, the point-to-point travel is sorted.
That makes a massive difference in complexity and cost.
Okay.
And all those activities we walk through. The safaris, tours, Santa visit.
All included. Northern Lights tours, Santa Claus Village, the 2-hour snowmobile safari, reindeer sledge, king crab safari, Porvoo trip, Tallinn cruise and tour, Levi ski resort entry. It's all part of the package price.
Wow. Okay. That's actually a very substantial list of inclusions. It sounds like once you're there, a lot of the core costs are covered.
It does seem quite comprehensive in that sense, but there's always the flip side.
Right. The exclusions. What do you still need to plan for and pay for? This is just as important.
Absolutely. Top of the list. Travel documents. Visas are not included. For anyone, it's your responsibility to have a valid passport and get any necessary Schengen visa for Finland and Norway.
Okay, visa is on you. What about getting to Finland in the first place?
International flights, like from Hong Kong to Helsinki and back, are definitely not included. That's a separate, potentially significant cost you need to book yourself.
Makes sense. And meals, we touched on this, but just to be clear.
Yeah, dinners are out of pocket every night. And lunches, too, except for that Santa Day and the Tallinn cruise. So budget for roughly 2 meals a day, plus snacks and drinks.
What about travel insurance? Always recommended, especially for adventure stuff.
They strongly recommend you get comprehensive travel insurance, medical, cancellation, baggage, but it's not included in their price. You absolutely need to arrange that yourself.
Critical point. Anything else? Personal spending. Tips?
Yep. Personal expenses are excluded, so souvenirs, optional activities you might choose to do in free time, and gratuities for guides or drivers, that's all extra, and no porter service for luggage.
Okay, so carry your own bags. Good to know. What about changing plans? Cancellation policy? Amendments? With a big trip, things can happen.
Right, you need to know the fine print. Cancellation has a sliding scale. If you cancel way in advance, more than 60 days out, you lose 10%. But it ramps up fast. 30% loss for 30-59 days, 50% for 15-29 days.
In less than 15 days.
You lose 100%. Full cost. Same for a no-show. If you want to change something, amendments, you need to ask at least 30 days before, and there might be extra charges, so it's not super flexible close to the date.
That's really important to understand up front. It's a significant investment with potentially high cancellation fees. Okay, so wrapping this all up, this 15-day Finland tour from Hong Kong sounds like an incredibly packed, adventurous journey.
It really does. A real blend of Arctic highlights, unique places to stay, cultural bits like Tallinn, and they seem to handle a lot of the tricky logistics for you, especially the transfers and activities.
Yeah, this deep dive really shows how a tour like this aims to give you that seamless experience. It lets you focus on the amazing stuff, the northern lights from an igloo, the king crab safari, without getting bogged down in planning every single detail.
Exactly. It's about making an informed choice, knowing what you get, what you don't, what the pace is like. Hopefully this helps you decide if it's the right kind of Arctic adventure for you.
And maybe it makes you think, doesn't it? How much more accessible could other complex dream destinations feel if you had a similarly thought-out plan? Imagine tackling ancient ruins or remote islands without the usual planning stress.
That's a great point. A well-structured tour can unlock experiences that might seem too daunting otherwise.
So we hope this deep dive into the Finland tour gives you not just information, but maybe inspires you to think about how you approach planning your next big adventure, wherever that might be.